Chapter 2. The Phoenix and Dragoni. Take flight. While riding on his war elephant, Tendaji uses telepathy, also known as communication, Iden, to relay a message to his generals. Chima, Makena, Azizi, remember not to attack the villages until we take down each castle. The castles must fall first. We do not attack until everyone has reached their destinations. First, in 3 days, Makena, you will occupy the land of Twa, outside of the Kijani Palace. You will wait 10 days before you attack. Cut off any supply lines that could bolster the palace before then. Place encampments at each village between the palace. Chima, in 5 days, you will occupy the land of Bemba, outside of the Jua Palace. Cutting off supply lines and placing encampments at every village. Azizi, in 5 days, you will occupy Himba, outside of the Kuponya Palace, cutting off supply lines to the palace. War horns will sound every 8 hours for 2 hours every day until I reach Ife. I will reach Ife on the 10th day and attack without warning, with malice, at which time I will signal the full-out attack, and we will wipe the nation clean in 1 day. In one resounding, "Understood, Your Majesty," the Dragoni replied. "We will conquer the land in 1 day. Do not fail me, my Dragoni." Though Tendaji's strategy was simple, it was wide-sweeping on a large scale that had never been seen before. The other 4 houses had militaries, but none the size of the House of Phoenix. The people of the land of Ptah were its military, with upwards to 40% of her populace enrolled into the armed forces. Unbeknownst to Tendaji and his generals, the battalion and squadron leaders planned on pillaging the villages before the palaces were attacked. They all wanted fame, glory, and riches for themselves. They did not care about birthrights or the Impundulu name. No, they were infected with the Mbusi's greed and ambition. Their malice permeated the ranks. Corrupt and vile, they delighted in the thought of harming all who dared to oppose them. They will take their fill and declare themselves heroes. This was one flaw that would lead Alkebulan into ruin. The machinations of Theodoros, a plot for conquest. One such battalion leader was Theodoros, a charismatic and clever man, who would eventually make his way up the ranks to be Makena's right-hand man and closest advisor. On the 2nd day of the operation, Theodoros is in his tent drinking mead with his lieutenant Desta. Theodoros's tent is dank and meager, housing a small straw sleeping mattress and his weapons for combat. Theodoros, full of glee, says, Desta, drink, for tomorrow we make a name for ourselves. Makena will be pleased, as when she's done with her conquest, we will have already subdued this tiny village. We will fatten our bellies and purses on the backs of these bumpkins." Desta replies, "What is your plan, my brother? We are not to attack for 10 days. How can we subdue this village without burning it down? Tendaji will have our heads." "Desta, you doubt me. The strongest warrior and leader of this village were playmates of mine. They migrated to start this village when we were still youth. Abdi the warrior and Jamal the governor. It's as if the gods themselves have gifted me this. Desta, I am known for being clever, not for my martial skill or Iden. I have hid my prowess in both, in hopes that one day I could use them in battle. I will challenge them both tomorrow after they send out their scout to the land of Ife and take both of their heads. We will win without even having to have a major fight," Theodoros told Desta. "Ha! Theodoros, you are clever and a madman. I am glad you are on our side, my friend," laughed Desta. The conversation continued a little while longer before Theodoros orders Desta to go and recount the plan to the rest of the troops.